Good afternoon, I'm Raylene Ramsey. This is your afternoon news fix for Monday, the 20th of January. David Seymour wants New Zealand to push a free trade agenda with Donald Trump as president. The 47th president's inauguration is tomorrow morning our time. Trump's been proposing tariffs for Canada and Mexico to prioritise local industry, alongside suggestions of blanket tariffs. Ag leader David Seymour says trade is critical to New Zealand.
We've got to keep going out and making the case that free trade's actually good for the world, and particularly free trade in agriculture.
Israeli doctors say all 3 hostages returned from Hamas captivity are stable in hospital. The 3 women are the first released as part of Israel's ceasefire with Hamas in exchange for 90 Palestinian prisoners. They were released to Red Cross in Gaza and taken to hospital by Israel's military. Sheba Hospital spokesperson Professor Itai Pesak says they'll monitor their clinical condition.
This will take a few more days until we complete all the examinations that are needed and treat whatever we find within the workup that we will perform.
A person was flown to hospital over the weekend after a flying fox reportedly snapped at a campground near Nelson. Emergency services were called to Quinny's bush camp in Motopiko about 5 p.m. on Saturday for a seriously injured person. Camp manager Andrew Quinney told staff the flying fox wire was only 4 years old and inspected a month ago. Quinney says they're investigating what happened and will be more vigilant, including making sure guests respect campground amusements. WorkSafe is making inquiries. Wait times for GPs are at an all-time high as the Prime Minister appoints a new health minister. His major cabinet reshuffle moves the portfolio from Shane Reti to Simeon Brown. The General Practice Owners Association says the sector is plagued by underfunding, which will hold back anyone in the role. Chair Angus Chambers says patients are now facing the consequences.
And access to general practice is getting worse, and communities this year will be losing their medical, accident and mental health services from general practice because of the situation.
Gloria Vale leavers have been told to ask the church community for a personal apology. Leader Howard Temple apologised publicly yesterday, admitting the community had failed many of its people. He acknowledged the Royal Commission of Inquiry found abuse happened between 1950 and 1999. Leaver Pearl Valor says she initially thought Gloria Vale wouldn't take that step, but she believes there's many more actions it could also take.
They could stop fighting us in the court. I reckon that would be a step in the right direction if they actually believed that they were wrong.
Met Service has issued a heavy rain warning for parts of Northland lasting 18 more hours with possible thunderstorms and strong wind. Watches and warnings kick in for Auckland and Coromandel Peninsula about 4 a.m. tomorrow. To sport, and the Wellington Blaze have snapped a 2-game Super Smash losing streak to beat the Auckland Hearts by 13 runs at the Basin Reserve. In the Australian Tennis Open, Kiwi Erin Routliffe and doubles partner Gabby Dabrowski are through to the quarterfinals after beating Laura Simond and Beatrice Haddad-Meyer 7-6, 6-3, 6-4. And in American football's NFL playoffs, the Buffalo Bills have edged the Baltimore Ravens 27-25 and the Philadelphia Eagles have beaten the Los Angeles Rams 28-22. I'm Raylene Ramsey. That's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update tomorrow morning from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.